Hi everybody, welcome to Social Studies. Today we are going to continue our lesson called Colonists Get Mad at Britain. We're continuing it. Okay, let's review what we learned so far. Review from last lesson. In the 1700s, Britain needed money, so the British Parliament started taxing things that the colonists use. This is the British Parliament. It is a group of men at the time that make laws in Britain, and there were no colonists that were in this group, only people who lived in Britain. In 1765, the British Parliament passed the Stamp Act, which was a tax on all papers used in the colonies. Oh my goodness. They have to pay a lot of money for any paper they use. The colonists don't like the new tax. The colonists had no vote in Parliament. Remember, the Parliament did not have any colonists. So they thought the tax was unfair. No taxation without representation, the colonists said. So all of this is review so far, even this slide. The colonists began to protest. The British taxed more products such as sugar and tea. So then the colonists began protesting. That means going out in the street saying, we don't like these taxes and we're mad at Britain. Britain sent soldiers to control the colonies. And we talked about that before. Now, we are going to talk about new developments. This is called the Boston Massacre. In 1770, more than 50 people gathered to protest. So they got together, oh, we hate the taxes, blah, blah, blah. 50 people, right? Outside in the winter. There were about 12 British soldiers on guard. The protesters yelled at them, like yelled at the British soldiers, and threw rocks and snowballs at them because it was winter, so they had snow. Okay, so the Boston Massacre, this is what it's called. The soldiers shot into the crowd because they were scared. That means they got guns and went, right? They shot at people with their guns. A total of 11 people were shot. 5 colonists died, right? Now, let's think about it. Why did they shoot? Because they started to get scared. Oh my God, get away from me. 50 people throwing rocks, throwing snowballs. I'm going to shoot you. So they shot because they got scared. Okay, a total of 11 people were shot. 5 colonists died. A newspaper, at the time, a colonist newspaper, called the event a massacre. A massacre means killing a big number of people who couldn't defend themselves. What does couldn't defend themselves mean? It means they don't have guns. Only the soldiers had guns. Only they had guns. They didn't have guns. So when this guy was shot, he couldn't go, I'm going to shoot at you. He didn't have a gun. Only the soldiers had a gun. That's why it was called a massacre, because it means killing a big number of people who can't defend themselves. This is a picture of the Boston Massacre. I believe the first person to die was Black. Crispus Atticus, I think his name was. But anyway, he's the first to die from the soldiers' fire. So that's it for our lesson. Remember, if you don't understand something, click on the translation documents in Schoology. Let's look at our assignment. Okay, so here's our assignment. Social Studies assignment. Colonists get mad at Britain. Continued. Decide if the following statements are true or false. The colonists did not have to... let me say that again. The colonists did not have a vote in the British Parliament. True or not? They did not have anybody in that Parliament. Okay, the colonists liked paying extra taxes. True or false? 5 colonists were killed in the Boston Massacre. True or false? Okay, match the following effects with their causes. An effect is something that happened because of the cause. The cause is the reason that this happened. One of these might be repeated because some of you did not get it right last assignment. Okay, effect. The British soldiers in Boston shot at the protesters. Why? You're going to figure it out. The colonists said no taxation without representation. Why? Figure it out. A newspaper called the event in Boston a massacre. Let's read the reasons. Because the colonists did not have a vote in the British Parliament. Because the British soldiers killed 5 colonists who could not defend themselves. And C, because they were scared. Okay, who was scared? Remember, who started shooting? Okay, that's it for our lesson. If you still have questions, feel free to email or text me. 2 weeks to go, you guys. You can do this. Let's just get through the school year. See you next time.